SNAPPYBASSCLINIC for the love of bass and music.
Good evening, guys, and welcome to Snappy Bass Clinic. It's so good to have you once again. We so appreciate you for joining us in this channel so we could share ideas and learn together. It's another new day where we learn new things, and today's topic majorly is going to be on the elements of music. We'll be talking about a lot of things that has to do with the things that makes music. That's the element, that's what it means. So straight to it, what are the elements of music? Well, the elements are things like components that makes music what it is, that makes it breathe. It's like you having a car, and there are elements, there are things that makes the car work: the tire, the brake pad, the fuel pumps, and all of that. Those are elements, those are things put together that makes a car what it is, that makes a car move, that makes it stop, that makes it turn, and all of that. So that's what we're discussing in music. So there are a lot of elements to be considered, about 12, 13, if not 20. But we'll stream everything down to just 5, and those are the 5 core elements that makes music what it is. So the number 1 is actually rhythm. Now, from the word rhythm, you know it means time. So rhythm has a lot to do with time. So rhythm is just the most vital part of music. If you understand how rhythm works, you would be able to do music on time. So rhythm means time. How do I mean time? For example, when you're playing, you need to make sure that if the beat is going 1 2 3 4 1 2 3, you do not play out of that time. It is very, very essential you take note of this. And rhythm is actually subdivided into 2. We have duration and we have tempo. Now, duration actually talks about how long a piece of music lasts. So you need to make sure you know how long a piece of music lasts. That is duration. It talks about that length. Then tempo talks about how the music increases as you move. It's example, maybe you're playing a song on a tempo, but you notice that in between there will be need for you to change the time. So that's tempo. It means you either increase the tempo or you decrease it. So that's the 2 difference, and those are the subdivide of rhythm. So let's move to the next one, which is dynamics. Dynamics simply refers to, okay, let me simplify it. Okay, it simply refers to the loudness and quietness of whatever piece of music you're doing. So you need to make sure you take note of this. It is actually making sure that there is this up in and down in terms of the kind of sound you create. It has to be at times when you start playing, you notice that the music will a little bit be loud. At times you just notice that it comes down and all of that. All those up and down in sound, volume, and all of that is actually called dynamics. So dynamics is very, very important. It's part of the element that makes music. And again, it is not just dynamics in sound, even in quietness. There are times when you observe quietness, it is part of dynamism. So you need to understand how dynamics work. Okay, the next is going to be melody. Melody simply means a vertical or horizontal representation of notes. It simply carries signatures of whatever piece of music that you're presenting or you are doing. It's one of the most vital parts of any music piece, because it is the only thing that gives the music that constant head point when you are doing any music performance or music piece. Now, all these things melodies are achievable with the regular scales that we know, like the major scales, the minor scales, and the regular church modes that we know. All these things are what we use for melodies. Now for harmony is just like the reverse of melody. So harmony is very important, because harmony is the verticalization of pitch in a piece of music.
Focus, call us and reach us on our social media handle for that bass learning experience.